All right, Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. That belongs to the apostles, elders, bishops of Green Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Tazaiwan from GMS Atlanta back again with another update to the Motb and the lead up to the Motb and the plantable technology that is being promoted around the world. And what I have here is an article from BBC.com. And 2024 is looking like the year of the Kuragma. You know, a lot of these implantable devices that go in your head are getting pushed by different companies and different medical fields and different places all around the world, and more patients are being fitted, with these devices that are first in their field, first of their kind or trial runs. And pretty much what's happening that I can see through the spirit is, the elites are given the green light for human trials on these technologies that go inside the body. Of course, you have Elon Musk and Neuralink. You have other companies as well that have these implantable devices, these brain-computer interfaces. And they're going to market these to those that have medical issues. These technologies are going to be part of the miracles of the beast that is going to be promoted on a global scale in the near future. All right? And this is recent, from 2 days ago. It says, world first epilepsy device fitted in UK boys' skull. Okay? World's first epilepsy device fitted in UK boys' skull. So it says a boy with severe epilepsy has become the first patient in the world to trial a new device fitted in their skull to control seizures. The neurostimulator, which sends electrical signals deep into his brain, has reduced Orrin Nelson's daytime seizures by 80%. His mother, Justine, told the BBC he was happier and had a much better quality of life. The surgery was carried out in October as part of a trial at Great Ormond Street Hospital in London when Orrin, who is now 13, was 12. And these are the types of miracles that Esau is going to promote. You take these implantable devices, you take these implants, you take these micro C-hips, and you'll have a better life. Your family, your friends that are suffering from certain medical issues, will be taken care of, and they can live their life. They can live their life as a so-called normal person. Okay, this is what's being pushed out there, and it's mainly countries that are a part of the beast, the so-called NATO countries, whether it's here in the U.S. or whether it's over there in the U.K. or parts of the EU. These are the technologies that the elites of Esau want to use to change the world and get everyone tied into the system. All right? Now, this is just one medical device. Now, there's always been certain implantable devices like heart implants and things like that. But now we're talking about putting these things in your brain, okay? Connecting to your neural synapses, all right? People are already buying and selling with a device in their hands, okay? Let me get a scripture, all right? Let's go to Revelation 13. But I want to get this is Revelation 13, and 11. It says, the beast from the earth. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So this beast is the same beast the same beast or kingdom spoken about in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter. Or this is the fourth beast, and it's talking about Rome. But this is the revived reincarnation of Rome. Okay? Which they appear peaceful, they appear like, they're normal society, but eventually the laws and the things they're going to put in place are going to be draconian. Okay? Or what is known here in the U.S. as austerity measures, like a dragon. Okay? You see what happened during the pandemic in 2020, 2021. Those were severe measures needed to take place in order to so-called, keep the public safe. But there's going to be a more intense lockdown to come in the future, a more intense control that the elites behind the scenes are going to put in place real soon as a part of these governmental systems that make up the beast, which is NATO today in the U.S. All right? It says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. So the first beast was pagan Rome, the pagan Roman Empire. And that's the same power that this current kingdom, so-called Western society, has today. And causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. All societies, all major countries have some kind of working relationship with the so-called white man's world, with NATO, with the EU, with America. All right? They all have some kind of tie to this neo-Roman society. And it says whose deadly wound was healed. Yeah, because Rome had failed and then reemerged during the time of the Renaissance, and up until this point, as the organizations and countries and alliances you see today in the West. Like I said, the NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all right, the EU, European Union, and the U.S., United States, and their allies. And it was wounded. It was wounded after the Holy Roman Empire had came into power for 1,000 years, which was ruled by so-called black men, Israelites. All right? And then the Renaissance, that was when you have your reemergence of the white man in power. So-called white supremacy has ruled the earth for over 400 or 500 years now. Now it says verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And NATO has the ability to drop bombs and get involved with wars. And that's eventually going to lead them to the War of Armageddon, World War III. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And these miracles come via the technology that they have, mainly with these weapons, such as these nuclear weapons, these hypersonic nuclear missiles, but also through their technology and their emerging digital system, which is, going to be a miracle to the people in the earth, such as pushing out the mark, the Motb. Okay? Oh, you having financial woes and you can't eat? Well, here's this device. Just put it in your body so we can monitor your heart rate and monitor this and that, They're already doing it with these digital wearables. Imagine what they can do when it's inside of your body. Oh, you have neurological issues? Put this in your brain. This technology is going to be a miracle in the eyes of the people. Okay? It says, and deceiveth them, and the people are going to be deceived to take this technology soon. They're being deceived by the lies that's being pushed out there now, but it's going to get even deeper. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And the image is the society that is emerging around you. This new normal, this new world, okay? Being tied into this digital system, the coming of universal basic income, the coming of smart cities, what they're deeming to be the future as a good thing is really a deception. It's going to create a prison for the people, mentally and physically and spiritually. But that's the power given to them. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, meaning give its rules and regulations and laws, the ability, to rule over people's lives. It's going to be manifested in front of you. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's to come in the future. If you don't comply, you will die. Now you see what happened when you had these you had these pro juices and these anti juices, and people were coming against people, that was saying that it's your fault that this is spreading. You need to take the juice. But then now, here it is 3-4 years later, and it's coming out in the news that it's affected people negatively. Companies are being sued. That's in the mainstream news. Okay? Certain things are happening with Dr. F himself, being ousted as a fraud. But that's that deception of the system. Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. Now this word here, mark, corresponds to the Greek word charagma, which is the actual device that is going to be put in your body. And we've seen it. Just type in device in right hand. Or type in device, it says, or in their foreheads. That's the type of technology that we're seeing emerging now. All throughout this year, all these months, 6 months into the year, and it's nothing but new implantable technologies in the brain. Whether it's here in the U.S. or whether it's overseas. It says, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So you're going to have to take it in order to survive. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to take that device. If you want to continue to consume and buy things, you got to take that device. It says, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you have to be tied into this system that's emerging. All right, as the famous quote is saying, and saying is going around, I believe by Klaus Schwab, you will own nothing and be happy. You're gonna have to get permission to participate in this emerging society by Esau and his constituents. Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, right? And that's the vibration that this man comes up under. Okay? There's a particular number that he's attached himself to. It says in this number, it's 666. And these are all things that we've heard throughout our lives, the coming of the devil and the Messiah and. Well, hey, we're in that time period, man. Okay? So now, we are seeing, all of a sudden, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, right? But now we're seeing in this year, we're seeing these different technologies get approval, and all these patients getting fitted with these implantable devices in their skulls and brains in order to help them out. What is that saying? That is saying that we're close to the Motb. Okay. And then, you see it in the image here. This is how it works. It's wired up to his brain, eventually it's wired up to, look, you see here behind his forehead, you see where it's wired up? This is the type of technology that they're pushing out to the world. But first they're getting these patients outfitted with it, they're getting their results. And look, I'm telling you, it's going to be soon, this will be mainstream. The Motb has to take place before the destruction, war of Armageddon, the destruction, and the deliverance. First, this prophecy must come to pass. And there's going to be multiple reasons why this is put out there to the public. Medically, economically, and that's the actual image of how it looks, how it's wired up. So once again, we're another step closer. More emerging brain implantable brain technology. Okay? So, hey, soon it will come. Hey, but with that, praises go to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakwadash. Shalom.